ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to today's class, Mahabharat. So there was fighting between Sarmistha and Devayani. Because Indradev made that in that the air should flow heavily so that because of flowing of wind, their clothes are mixed. And there was Sarmistha wore the Devayani's clothes. And because of this, Devayani, after seeing this, she got so much angry. And she was saying to Sarmistha, Kasmat Gruhnasi me Vastram Shishya Bhutva Mamasuri. Samudachara Hinayaha Nate Sadhu Bhavishyati. Why you are wearing my clothes? Being my disciple. Shishya means here, disciple means not only just disciple. You are lesser than me. So Guru is high, heavy, and Shishya is very light. So Shishya Bhutva Mama Asuri. वो असुरकुल वाली, it means the one who belongs to asura caste, and you are wearing my clothes and you are lacking in the sadachar, samudachara hinaya. You are out of the etiquettes. How can you do this? We don't know why Sarmishta wore those clothes. Maybe because clothes are mixed and she was not able to identify. Can happen. That's a human error. Can happen. Manushya, because we are not perfect. Sometimes we think this is our own and maybe so it is possible. So for this, Devayani said that you are out of the etiquettes. and you are not having any good etiquette character. So for this Sarmistha, what is her reaction? Asinam cha shayanam cha pitate pitaram mama stauti vandiva cha bhikshnam nichaihi stitva vinitavat. What then Sarmistha said, what you are saying? Your father. So always humble to my father. My father, sometimes even he is sleeping or he is sitting, your father always come with humility like a servant. He always, with folded hands, he stands in front of my father, your father. And if my father is sitting and he will be standing, and my father is sitting on the high stage, and your father is standing in the low place. This is the king, no? Sarmishta's father, Parva. So that's why in front of king, he is the Purohit actually. Shukracharya was Purohit, Devayani's father. Thus a Purohit always pay respect to the king. And so that's why she is saying, your father always with folded hands stand in front of my father. And your father, like you, Vandis. These Vandis you can know. Like Vandis, what they do? So they glorify. Even in the villages also this tradition is there. The Jamindar is there in that village, a rich person who has a lot of land. So these Vandis, they come and they glorify him. They keep the glories of that dynasty. Not only glorifying him, they will glorify his father, grandfather, great grandfather, great great grandfather, and everyone. These Vandis, they will maintain the record actually. At that time, your father did like this, your grandfather did like this, and you are also great. And by hearing this glorification, these Vandis, they glorify and they get the donations from the Jamindar or the some from kings. So Sarmishta is comparing Sukracharya with Vandi. Vandis are not really so respectable people. They are just always glorify others and they get their begging, their alms. She compared with them. Even Vandis, they also, you can see in the Bhagavatam, when Prithu Maharaj appeared, these Vandis also, they started glorifying. And your father is like a Vandi in front of my father. Always your father glorifies my father. And he always, then he glorifies my father, gives some gift to him. Your father is like a beggar, and you are beggar's daughter. And my father always gives to your father. And I am that person's, your father is beggar, and my father is donor, and that donor's daughter, I am donor's daughter. That means you should also glorify him. Like how your father is doing to my father. So you also should glorify. And so you are all beggars, you and your father and you. And my father never beg anyone. He's the king. and you are a beggar. Beggar's daughter is a beggar. And you are so proud and speaking, I am your Shishya. Shishya means lower than you. And you just stop your nonsense. And you are just a beggar. Now cry for this or do whatever you want. Just roll on the ground. And I don't mind even if you are angry on me. You beggar, once again she said. And now you are not having any weapons in your hand. Your hands are completely free. And you see, she is actually Sarmishta is the king's daughter. She is having the knife. See this knife. So she is having this some knife or sword. That means these Kshatriya girls, they were given some little training actually, so that they can do the self-defense. So because some enemies they may attack because so in politics, yes, this can happen. So she immediately brought out her weapon and showed to Devayani. Unnecessarily you are showing your anger. Otherwise, if you do like this, then I have to work for this weapon. If you want to fight with me, come. But anyway, I don't care because I don't care. And I don't count you as my opponent. That means you don't have any qualification. Go. You beggar, you are speaking, if you speak anything against me, so my servants will beat you and they will just throw you out from here. Like that, Sharmishta showed her power, being a daughter of a king. And like this, so Sharmishta said, then Devayani, what is her reaction? She was saying again, these are my clothes, and why you are wearing? And then Devayani immediately started pulling those clothes from her body, from Sarmishta's body. So then Sarmishta got even more anger and cha. You are not going to hear my words. If still you are pulling the clothes, then I will show you. Then she said, along with her servants, all together, Ganapati Papa Moria. They lifted the Devayani and threw in a well. If there is a one well without any water, there's a dry well is there. In that they threw Devayani. And out of anger, Sarmishta, so that means her anger is so peak and she wants to kill Devayani. That's why she threw into that well and she didn't look back also what happened to her. And like that, so Sarmishta went back to her palace. So you can see the So you can see the nature actually. Very fickle nature and very unstable nature. For simple thing, they fought each other. I am not generalizing, but most of the times, yes. If women come together and if they try to maintain any organization, then there will be definitely the great fighting. If 5, 10 women come together, definitely there will be a fight. There should be, that's why a man should be there. Woman has to be controlled and also protected. If they have the position of leadership, if there is a, that means all 10, 15 women, one ashram is there, then there will be everyday fighting. This will happen. So that's why in Vedic systems, there are no such ashrams actually. Maintaining itself is difficult because of their short thinking, and also is a very, they have a lot of anger and also so many anger, lust. Chanakya says in general, woman who is not a great sadhaka, in that case, this happens. But if they become devotees, then things are different. But who are the devotees? So very rare to find. So those has to be nicely guided and given with the responsibilities, then they can do perform. So elderly woman is taking care in the, even if 4 brothers are there and if they have 4 wives, these all together. On top of this, there will be one, yeah, their mother-in-law. She is controlling them, and mother-in-law follows. Yes. So her husband, like that. Otherwise, they will be fighting. They cannot tolerate so easily. They are envious. It's there in the, naturally you can see the quantity of this is more in that body. Of course, every conditioned soul is having the lust, anger, and everything. But this is like every species is having its own some basic nature actually. Like cats have some nature, rats have some nature. So the body also, woman body and male body, female body are different. They have their own limitations and they have their own merits and demerits. Merits also there in woman body. Demerits also there. Similarly, in the male body, merits are there and demerits also there. So it's a nature. It's a part of the nature. And it's a science, and so that's why being a learned person, so he has to see the discrimination and properly understand those natures, and one has to handle, and so that everyone is properly engaged and one can progress in spiritual life. So then after that, by that time, so when she was on the well, Nahusha's son Yayati came there. So he took his chariot and he came just to hunt a cruel animal. There are cruel animals in the forest. So he came there. So, and he was very much tired and he was feeling so much thirst. And he came to this well, thought, thinking that there is a water. He came and saw there is no water. But he saw a beautiful bird. What a surprise! Came for water and but saw a bird. And she was appearing like a, in the dark well, she is appearing like a fire. So much effulgence. Because she's a brahmana girl. So in her complexion is she is pale and beautiful. So because of that, and also chaste girl. She was looking like, so, demigod's daughter. like a demigod she is looking. Then Yayati started asking her with a sweet voice. Because whenever there is a woman, automatically male get the sweet voice. It's natural. Because everyone has such a attraction. Now Usha is also young. Now Yayati is also a young man. And with the sweet nature, so he started asking, with the sweet voice, he's asking, who are you? And looking, you are so young. And your earrings are very beautiful, he's saying. She fell in the well, but he see the beautiful her earrings and which are shining. And how you fell in this well? And why you are crying there? So who is the cause? And actually, who are you? Sumadhyame Duhitacha, that means whose daughter you are. And your waist is very thin. Because, yes, this glorification we see. It's not out of lust, whatever the features are there in her. So he was addressing that and just asking, who are you? Whose daughter you are? Why you are here? Then after that, Devayani replied to him. She said, when there is a fighting between the demigods and the demons, these all demons who are dying, and those are all saved by Murtu Sanjeevani Vidya. And whoever is possessing that Murtu Sanjeevani Vidya, that person is nothing but Sukracharya. And he is my father. Means my father is the one who saves the lives of dead demons. And he has such a powerful Vidya. So that's why she has so much pride actually. My father is so great. Nobody has such a Vidya, such a technique nobody knows in this whole universe. So that's why my father is great. She has such a pride. I think you all know this. I think you also know this person. And I am that Sukracharya star. Very pride actually, Devayani is having. Because parents' wealth, parents like Brahmanas, what is the wealth? Their austerities. If the father is Rishi, then they feel automatically proud. And for the king's money, there's a kingdom. The amount of army, whatever he is having, based upon that, they get pride. Vaishyas, Catives, Sudras, technique skills. She has so much pride. She also asked, who are you? And you are also looking very beautiful, handsome, and strong, and also powerful. You give your introduction. From the well only she's asked. And why you came here? And tell me the truth. Don't lie. Then Yayati said, I am the son of Nahusha, who is a king, who was the king. And I came here, there is a one cruel animal, and I was hunting. So meanwhile, that came this side, but anyway, I also got tired. And to drink water, I came near to this well. And I saw you. So then Devayani said, King, you do one thing. So please try to take me out from this well. Hold my right hand. And see, this is my right hand. She just gave her right hand and asked to help him. So hold my right hand and pull me out. And I know you can do this. You are very powerful and you are very kind. So I am helpless. So kindly take me out from this well. And she has given her right hand. So then after that, Nahusha's son Yayati is a Brahmana's daughter. So knowing this, she is a Brahmana's daughter. So that's why he also took the only right hand. So if anyone man holds the left hand of a girl, then that is equal to the marrying actually. Pani Grahan. Yes? Is it true? Left or right? All are married, you don't know. Left hand or right hand, they in the marriage they hold. What Prabhu? What you are saying?
Now it is so many years. Now it is so many years of marriage. I don't. You can hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
I'm saying it is so many years of marriage now. But I still remember. But I still remember that my right hand and her left hand.
Your right hand, male right hand, and girl's left hand.
Yeah.
Yes,
because the marriage was in Arya Samaj, so therefore I remember that. I yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is actually custom in the marriages. So male holds the female's left hand with his right hand. Then marriage is over, and after that they walk for the 7 steps. So like this. It's a Vedic custom actually. It's a Vedic rituals based upon the Vedic rituals. So they do. So that's why he understood immediately she is a Brahmana girl. So that's why he should not hold left hand. If he holds left hand, then it is equal to the marriage. Pani Grahanam. Pani means hand. Grahanam means holding. Holding left hand means you are giving the taking the responsibility of that person, that girl. So holding her right hand, knowing that she is a Brahmana girl and he is a Kshatriya, he should not marry a Brahmana girl. That's varnasankara. And he is a very righteous person and he follows Dharma, Yayati. So then immediately he pulled her from that. So after that he is told, okay, now you can go anywhere, wherever you want. And there is no need to get fear. So go. Like that he told to her. Then Devayani said to him, see, she is very, very aggressive actually. So she said to him immediately, anyway, she got the curse also from Kacha. The influence of that curse also will be there. And she said to him, since you hold my hand and you are my husband, so you marry me and you take me along with you. And you are my dear. She said like that. I am treating you as my husband because you hold it my hand. So when Devayani said like this, then king said, Bhadre means O auspicious one. I am belonging to Kshatriya caste. And you are from Brahmana caste. You are daughter of a Brahmana. So that means you are also Brahmani. That's a system, Vedic system. Whatever the caste of the father, that is goes to daughter. So being Kshatriya, I cannot marry a Brahmana girl. And that's why it's not possible my marriage with you. And that too, your father is not an ordinary father. Your father is great Sukracharya. And you are his daughter. And I have so much fear of him. If he knows that there is a varnasankara, that means I married you. And I can understand what is the result is going. And I am just a tuchya purush. That means he is very smart guy actually. Tasmadapi bhayam medya tasmat kalyani narhasi. Sarvaloka Guru, your father is Guru for the entire all the universe. Kavya, Tvam Tasya Duhita, you are his daughter. I am just a lower caste fellow. Compared to the Brahmana, so Kshatriyas are lower caste. I am a lower caste person. And how can I marry you? I don't want to take risk of the curse from your father. First of all, he himself is dharmic. On top of that, it's a great thing actually. He is what? Sukracharya is a very angry person and he has so much love for Devayani also. And if he knows that this is a varnasankara is happening, then there is a problem. So that's why here one thing we should learn. If there is a mistake between male and female, the responsible person is male only. Like someone, that means some girl or some woman, some mother's wife approach a brahmachari and she tried to become close or shy. And also close means in another sense. You might be understanding. That means she wants to become, that means close to him. Then brahmachari cannot say, brahmachari or whatever, that means male, you can take any, that means any male person, he is maybe already grostha and another grostha's wife approached him. Or other is brahmachari, or other is sannyasi, or other is a girl approached him, or other is a woman approached him. In that situation, who has to take the right decision and who has to guide? So male has the responsibility of guiding her in a right direction. And he cannot say that she approached, that's why I also approached her and we did this mistake, so that's why she is also having her fault. No. Woman has to be protected and guided actually. And that's why if there is a mistake, then the whole responsibility should go to the male only. And that's why he cannot say that, oh, this Mataji only approached and that's why I became like this. And I did mistake. No. This is not allowed actually. Vedic standards according to that, responsibility is the male, is there for the male. Like here, Yayati is guiding her. She's approaching out of, that's the nature of the woman. That means she can have, that means emotions, more emotional. In that, out of emotions, intelligence may not work. Emotions are more and they also want to, so they may take quick decisions also because of their emotions. So Prabhupada says, women are less intelligent. I am not saying don't fight on me. Prabhupada says directly, their brain, they have little brain. He says. That means, then little brain means what? You go and exploit them? No. That's the wrong thing actually. Little brain, if they are little brain, then that means what does it mean? You have to protect them actually as a responsible person. If some weak person is there, and if you come to know he is a weak, then what is your duty towards that person? Protecting them, protecting him is the duty actually. That means whoever is a strong person, he has to protect. And if we take the chance of exploiting that, then whose mistake this is? They are by nature they are weak like that, and you are being strong instead of guiding them. And if you exploit them, then the complete mistake is the male only. So that's why he has to be punished. He has to be punished. And he cannot say that this is a female's fault. No. Otherwise, why Shastra is saying again and again, woman has to be respected and has to be protected. Why it is saying? So everyone is studying Shastra, and after studying the Shastra, that is his responsibility in the society. So responsibility has to be taken by every male to protect the woman and respect the woman. And woman also, yes, that's why this difference has to be properly known. Otherwise, if woman is also saying that I am equal and you are equal, I will also protect you, then how it is possible actually? How then they can be protected actually? But by nature, they are not like that. And then whole, that means it's a topsy-turvy. That means it's a chaos. Then woman wants to take the half mistake, means half responsibility for that mistake. Then that's her foolishness actually. It's too much foolishness. Shastra is giving such a safe position for them, understanding their psychophysic nature, and why some benefits are given, why they are not using it. They should use. This feminism, these are all no, actually. These are all not accepted by the Vedic culture. No. This is the bad effects of the Western or modern culture. So that's why he is saying Yayati clearly. It's wrong. I am a lower caste and I cannot marry. Even she proposed, he didn't accept this. Okay, then she said, so okay, today you don't want to take me along with you. But if my father says to you, if my father gives me to you, then will you accept? So I definitely you should accept. Then what he should accept. Because such a powerful Brahmana never accepts. Then where he will go? So she said, okay, my father will only come and tell to you. Like that she said. So then after that, so Yayati took permission from Devayani because she is Sukracharya's daughter. And that's why I'm leaving, he said to her, and he went off. So then after that, this very chaste, because they might be hanged, but one thing, these Vedic women, they are very chaste actually. They are always maintain their control. They are not like so cheap actually. She is a very chaste woman, a chaste girl. So she was very much, that means the pain because of the insult from the Sarmistha, lot of pain in her heart. She was crying and took the shelter of one tree and the forest only and standing there and crying. and she doesn't want to go to the house. Jidd kar di. I don't want to go. So then Sukracharya was seeing that there is no his daughter, because she went for the forest for the trip. Knows that, but she didn't return even. It is very late already. Time is gone as per the estimated time. It became more. Then he asked. There is a servant, maid servant. Maid servant, you can say otherwise take care. So Devayani is take care. He asked the take care. Where is Devayani? Where is my daughter? She is not in the house. And also she went for the forest, so for the trip, but she didn't return back. So go and see where is she? Then she immediately take care of the Devayani. Take care of Devayani. She came. Started, that means following the footsteps. So to which path they went, and so she came to that place and saw there Devayani is standing by the support of one tree and crying. And her face is completely full of no glow and no freshness, no smile, nothing, and keep on crying. Then take care asking, what happened? Why you are standing here? And your father is calling you. Why you are here? Then after hearing this, Devayani said everything. You know that Sarmistha she is my offender. And because of her, so now I am in this situation. And also she said to that, take care, you go and tell to my father that I will never enter into the Rishaparva's kingdom. See, because Devayani is a ladli. Ladli means pampered girl by Sukracharya. She said that she doesn't want to enter into the Rishaparvas because Sarmistha said, no, my father is king and your father is a beggar. And your beggar's daughter. That is pinching actually. That dialogue is pinching Devayani. It's hard. So that's why she doesn't want to enter into the Rishaparva's kingdom. She wants to see how much his father can do to her. So then after that, after hearing this nurse, I take care. Her name is Gurnika. And immediately she came to the Rishaparva's palace because Sukracharya was there in that palace. And she told to Sukracharya, see the total thing. So your daughter is being insulted by the Rishaparva's daughter Sarmistha. And it is almost all she is like dead because the words are enough. In the case of Brahmanas, for punishing Brahmanas, there is no death sentence. That means they will not be hanged actually. Only scolding is enough. They are died. That is a punishment for the Brahmanas. So she is already killed by your daughter, Rishaparva's daughter. It's almost equal to the killing. You know? Insulting means killing. And she doesn't want to enter into this Rishaparva's kingdom. And she is saying that she is died. So then, after hearing this, my God, Sukracharya, because he has a lot of affection for her, immediately he came into the forest to see her. He saw her daughter is crying. And whenever she saw the father, immediately she paid obeisances to his feet, and he lifted her through his hands and he asked, so daughter, my dear daughter, he started saying, whatever is happened is because of your previous karma. Because you already heard everything now from the Gurnika. And that's why he said, is a good brahmana. Whatever the insult you got, that is because of your previous karma. Our previous karma only will come in the form of the result of previous karma only come in the form of the glorification or in the form of insult in our life. We start giving the pain and pleasure. So why you are so much lamenting for this? So because of your bad karma of the previous you did, so as a result it came. We don't know what bad karma she did. One thing she did, she insulted the kacha. She insulted kacha. That means she approached and her way of approach and she gave curse to him unnecessarily. Out of her desire, out of her lust, she gave curse. He was such a very saintly brahmana boy. He is. It's a really injustice to him. And we don't know in previously what kind of other misdeeds she did in the previous lives also. Because in the Mahabharata we cannot write na everything. Jivatma from Anadi Kala, it is having so much karma. So he said in general ways, because of your misdeeds only you got this kind of insult. Then Devayani, Pitaji, my dear father, what you are saying? Okay, whatever it may be, this is because of my bad karma. But tell me one thing. First of all, you clarify me. So, okay, whatever pain I am getting, it's my karma. Don't mind that. I don't mind that. But you should hear one thing very carefully. This Vrishaparva's daughter Sarmistha was saying, you are a beggar. And I am beggar's daughter. And you glorify him. You glorify her father's by standing the low position. By standing in a low position. And after the glorification, he gives something, some alms, then you take that and you maintain your life. Is it true or not? Tell me. To clarify this first. So after that, we'll discuss my bad karma or good karma is cause for. First of all, you are accepting this or not. And also, this Sarmistha, Vrishaparva's daughter, used so many abusing words. And she said that we are all just vandis and big monkeys, beggars. And they are donors. And they are kings and great. And she said that herself, she's the king's daughter. And I am a beggar's daughter. And she also said, my father never take any alms. He is a powerful king. He collect the taxes. Your father is a beggar. So you see, Brahmana, even if he beg and he maintains his life, even Grasthas also, Grastha Brahmana also can beg. But Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Sudras, they should not beg. Begging is only for the, but for these three ashrams, brahmachari, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. These three ashrams, they should beg. Even there is a kshatriya brahmachari also, he should beg. Or kshatriya vanaprastha also, he should beg. Sannyasi also, they should beg. If the ashrams are brahmachari, vanaprastha, and sannyasi, they have right to beg, even if they are from any caste. But in the case of grosthas, brahmanas also allowed to beg. But kshatriya, vaishya, and sudra, these castes, grosthas, they should not take anything actually as a donation. If they take any gift, dadati pratigrunali, they should give it back, something as a reciprocation. They should not beg actually. They should not beg and maintain the life. Also, that's why they should not, grosthas may look differently, maybe I don't know. So, if there is a vandara, grosthas, they should not excited to go and eat. Kshatriyas and Vaishyas and Sudras. No. Free bhojan? No. No, they should not. Even, yeah. So they should respect that. Like Santarpan or something, Shraddha bhojan, food and this and that, they should not eat. They give donation actually. Now today, so and so person's death, and that's why we are feeding. And temples also they do that. And they should not excited to eat that. No. It's a prasadam, so you take and come. That's good for you. That's adharmik actually. But the sannyasis, brahmacharis, and vanaprasthis, they should eat. And because of their austerities, because of their sadhana, they has to. So they has to pay for that. Nothing is free in this world. Nothing is free. If you eat someone's, then you have to pay for that. Even grosthas they give, and if you take, wow, nice, everyday idli, then you have to pay for that. You have to pay your sadhana too. Otherwise, you cannot. Nothing is free in this material world. Everything is out of. So, there is everything karanam. That means reason will be there. So that's why even if he takes brahmanas, they has to take. That will make them humble also. That will make them pure. If they earn money by their strength, because those are the most powerful people in the society, brahmanas, because of their cleanliness, because of their controlling of mind and senses, and that's why they are more powerful. And if they start collecting the money, then what will happen? Everything will be coming to them, and they will be falling from their dharma. They cannot maintain their purity actually, because when money comes, yes, but grihasthas are polluted by the money, and brahmacharis are polluted by the association of women. So that's why grihasthas should be careful in the money handlings. If you are the most of that means if you come in touch with a lot of money flow, and mind will change. Anyway, I'm serving to the temple, so for my wife, we are all serving. So let me take this much amount of money without telling to anyone. Because anyway, I'm serving for Krishna. I'm everything for Krishna only. So something if I take, what is wrong? Like that, that means the intelligence will be polluted actually. That intelligence will be polluted, and then it started acting like that, and it will corrupt like anything. Money. In the case of the brahmacharis, women and sannyasis and brahmacharis, they should be careful with that means they can be easily corrupted by the association of women. If someone is becoming the close, then he has to take the red flag. Otherwise, so slowly, this is a service, it's a preaching, I am preaching only anyway. What preaching you are doing? So then your preaching will smash you actually. and gone. If they are not alert in this, money will corrupt the grosthas and woman association will corrupt the brahmachari and they will fall down from their ashram. Dharma. So that's why even brahmanas are begging, they are not lower. That's their dharma actually. But this Sarmistha, out of her ignorance, she simply blaspheming, showing that Sukracharya is a beggar and we are the donors. That's the wrong thing she did actually. It's an insult. One should not insult like that. That's why she is having some kind of sinful tendency in her. And also Devayani is so proud of her position being a Rishi's daughter and great Brahmana's daughter. She said that I am great and you are my Shishya. Because they are all friends. In that friends time, actually, Krishna, even Arjuna and Krishna, if you see, both were friends. Shishyasteham sadimam. When he came and approached, I am Shishya, then he accepted. Otherwise, he was treating him as a Saka. They are Sakas, they are friends actually. And why Devayani brought this difference? I am a great Brahmana's daughter and you are my Shishya. That means your father also, my father's disciple, and you are also my disciple. This pride actually in her, so much pride she is having. And because of this, there is a problem came. See how great, that means such a, so many problems you can see in her life also. So she has to marry because of her pride, marry the lower caste person. So staying in the royal palace is not good for the Brahmana girl. Staying with the austere Brahmana is good for her. Because yes, his austerities, that means Brahmani charati iti Brahmana, that means he's always spiritual. Spiritually is advancing. And if she accompanies him, then she will also get that spiritual advancement. Losing, if she goes for the all the time politics, it's not good. It's a fall down actually. That means a loss. It's a loss for a Brahmana girl. Then she was saying like this, tell me you are a beggar or not. Sarmistha is telling about you. She has so pride. And out of pride, she spoke so much. And also she made her eyes very red color and with the anger, she blasted me like anything. So really you are Vandi, that means you are just glorifying her father and you are a beggar. If you accept this, okay, today onwards I will also become like you. I will go and glorify Sarmistha. I will follow your path and I will also accept she as my maintainer and I am a beggar. This is the way if you want to just no matter what we say that. Provoking or invoking. Then for this what Sukracharya is going to do. And also she said, she was saying harshly like that and threw into this well. And in this forest, nobody is there, and that means she wants to kill me. And for that, we should not react. By hearing all this, Sukracharya's anger reached the peak. Because the nature of Brahmana is, yes, they are very based on that knob and they knows there will be anger actually. Immediately they got anger by insult. If they insult itself is like a death for them actually. Then he immediately said, Devayani. You are not the daughter of a beggar. You are not a Vandi's daughter. You are daughter of a pure brahmana, and who is glorified by the whole universe. So you are pure brahmana's daughter, and that brahmana is being glorified the entire universe. From Brahmalok to the small, from Brahmaji to the small, and everyone glorifies. Such a person. Who said you are beggars for? So not only, so you can see Rishaparva glorifies me. Even not just Rishaparva. Devaraj, Indra, he also glorifies. And also King Yayati, he also glorifies. Because he's a side, he's a kingdom actually, they are having. That's it. So he also glorifies. Everyone glorifies me. Because I satisfied Brahmaji and I got the such a vidya. Because of my purity. What do you think about me? And such a person's daughter you are. And for doing the good for the people, I got this vidya. And he is also saying that he is like a Lord, he is projecting himself. Because of me, there are the rains, and people are all able to sustain their body. Because he is projecting himself as a great. सब कुछ मेरे से होता है. Everything happens by me. So further he is saying, Acha. So and what do you know about my vidya? This is very powerful and nobody knows. And I am not a beggar. I am not a crooked person. I don't follow any adharma path. But Devayani, you should remember one thing. So whoever, that means human beings, by the opposite person's harsh words, if they get affected, then they are only the loser. And whoever is getting the anger because of insult from others, if you get anger, and if you are not able to control your anger, like how a person controls his horse, but if you don't control and if you become being controlled by that anger, then that is not at all good for you. You will fall from your spiritual position. And also in your statue, whatever you have, from there you will fall down. From your sthana, from your position. He's saying actually, he said, I am not a beggar, and he is saying why her daughter is having so much anger. She is fully controlled by anger towards the Sarmistha. Choti bachche hain, small girls, they were fighting. He tried as a elder person, tried to console them. छोटी छोटी लड़कियां दोनों मार पीटने लगा तो क्या करे वो Brahman पिता. He is trying to say that why you are having so much anger, Devayani. So whatever the anger is coming in your heart, in your mind, just you take it out from your mind. By this you are going to conquer the whole world. Yaha samutpatitam krodam akrodena nirasyati devayani vijanihi tena sarvamidam jitam. The one who controls the anger, he is going to win the whole world. Kamayesha krodesha rajoguna samantva mahashana mahapapam. Arjuna says, ask the question, Krishna, I don't want to do any sin, but still I am forced to do sin. What is the reason for this? There's nothing but this is your people are feeling sleepy. Huh? So this is anger, and one who controls the anger. Lust and anger are the very, very powerful elements actually, which will entry doors for the hell. So anger has to be controlled. Whenever one get anger, so that has to be controlled with peaceful mind. It's not an easy thing. It's not at all an easy thing. If he is able to control, then he is having the victory on everything. Whole world actually. Whole world means what? That means his senses are now in his control. Then nothing, that means dualities of this whole world will never affect him. And he's always situated in the his self. I am not body, I am soul. That is the most peaceful state actually. So that means what? My people may say, if someone is doing some wrong to me, then I should not react. Baba, you should react as per your dharma, but also this dharma, whatever I am discussing, that's related to the only body. But you are not this body, you are not brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, sudra, you are soul. You have to maintain this consciousness. And you have to just play with this. It's not an easy thing, whatever I am saying. We get afflicted, actually. We get influenced by this bodily conditioning. But yeah, you have to play the game. But while playing and while watching the game also, you will be involved. That means if India is getting lost, that means wicket, then you will be thinking, oh, I am losing. Because we get involved in that actually. Like when you are playing chess or you are playing something, if there is a defeat, then you are thinking you are being defeated. Or in the game, so these actions happen. We don't see actually. We get involved in that. That means we claim that is nothing but that material body, and the defeat and win is he himself. That means the consciousness goes there actually into that. But it needs a lot of, that means sadhana. So one who does the great sadhana. What is that sadhana? Hare Krishna Mahamudra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. By this, one can come out from the bodily conditioning. So devotees, yes, they should play the varnashrama, Daiva varnashrama rules like that. Being in a Krishna consciousness, they should play. As per the dharma, they should behave externally. As per the vyavaharik jagat. So he's saying why you are being get affected by this krodha. Like how the snake leaves his old skin. Kechuli. What is kechul? What we say that in English? Old skin. Similarly, if anyone get anger, then he should leave that. And if you want to teach a lesson, then we'll see. But why you need to get anger actually for that? That's not good. So if there is a mistake on the opposite person, yes, that mistake has to be corrected for their benefit, not for your revenge. For their benefit, then that should be corrected. That is a different thing. That kind of balance is not an easy thing. Out of millions and millions, maybe one can have this kind of control. And for the offender's benefit, so thinking for the benefit of that and doing so whatever the needed thing for that, and not at all getting affected. That is only possible the one who is at least situated in the self is Atmaram. At least. But if they are situated in the devotional platform, then they are more superior. But at least, since still, if we are not situated in the self, that means we are not Atmarams, not dwelling in the soul consciousness. But at least one should externally start practicing. Like in the case of the Kanishta Adhikari, Uttam Adhikaris, they see everywhere Lord. Even in the animals, in that body also they see the Lord. And they pay obeisances to that. And they respect that. Because they are seeing, but directly in the case of Uttama. Based upon consciousness, I am saying, Uttam Bhakta. Uttam Bhaktas are very based upon Shraddha, based upon many. So based upon consciousness, I am saying, if someone became Uttama, he'll be seeing the Lord. But Kanishtas are asked to start. That means even they don't see, but start to follow, respecting the jivas as with the consciousness there is a Lord. So that means they are asked to practice that. They are not reached like, they are not seeing directly like the Uttama Bhaktas. Similarly, even if one doesn't reach to the soul platform, but how the person who reached to the soul platform acting, in that way we are asked to act. So that that will make the progress. That will make us to progress. Understanding. So the one who controls his anger and tolerate the insult, and then he will not getting any pain, then he is going to achieve everything. Yah sandharayate manyum yoti vadam stitikshate yascha tapto na tapati drunam sorthasya bhajanam. Actually saying, yo yaje aparishranto masi masi shatam samah na krudyedyascha sarvasya tayor aprodhanodikaha. So we have two people. One is always does yajnas. For years and years he is doing the yajna. Every month and every day, every month, every day, every month, like this every month, and like this every year he is doing for many, many years. And another person is there, he never get any anger. Among these two, who is good, who is superior? The one who doesn't get anger. Because if the one who does the yajna and if he does yajnas, that means he's doing his duties. And if he offer to the Lord without any attachment, without any, that means any expectation from that, with the renounced mentality, then his consciousness is purified, then he will be situated in the Atmaram stage, that means in the soul consciousness. Then that person will be able to control the krodha. So that's why if one is able to control the krodha, means he already crossed the performing the so many yajnas. So that's why here Sakracharya is saying the one who is able to control the anger, he is far superior than the person who just perform the yajnas daily. So kruddasya nishpalanyeva dana yajna tapansi cha tasmada krodena yajna tapodanam mahafalam. If one get anger out of, and he does the lot of charity and yajnas and also austerities, no use. All become into vain. And but the one whoever is not without any anger, and if he does yajna, tapas, and charities, they will be given the great result. What it mean? Many people think that, I am also having a lot of anger, but still I am getting my results. I am doing yajna and I am getting money. What is there? Is there? Many people they think, yes, sir. So I am doing all the things, and also I am great. I have anger, no problem. But here one should understand what is the real result of doing our duties, progressing spiritually and understanding I am not this body, I am the soul, and even further going to that higher level, I am the servant of Krishna. If that result is not going to come, if you get even external results, if you do and you are getting the results and you are enjoying and eating, sleeping, and if you think that, if I have anger, there is no problem, then he didn't understand what is the purpose of doing his yajnas and danas and tapasya. And what is the higher result of that? He doesn't. He's a fool. You're understanding my point. So this is the, he's saying that's why if person with anger and even he does yajnas and danas and tapas, what is the use of it? No ultimate result from them. Ultimate result is self realization is the ultimate result. If that is not coming, then what is the use of doing this? न पूतो न तपस्वी च न यज्वा न च कर्मवित् क्रोधस्य यो वशं गच्छेत् तस्य लोकद्वयं न च. So whoever is getting anger, he cannot be pure, he cannot be clean, he cannot be austere person. Very soon he cannot do, he will not be able to do that charities also. Very soon he will stop his yajna, he will stop his charity, giving the charities, and also he will stop the doing the austerities. If he is a sadhaka, if he is doing the worship sadhana, he will fall down from the sadhana also. Very soon. So that's why one has to start controlling their anger. Otherwise, it is going to destroy everything. By nature, whoever is angry person, so tasyetan apatayasyanti krodashilasya nischitam putra mrityu suhrit mitra bharya dharmasya satyata tasyetani. By nature, if anyone is an angry person, so from him, his children, his wife, his servants, his friends, and also his whatever the dharma. So that dharma and also his spiritual progress, everything go away. One second. They are by sitting here in Mayapur's 137, room number 137, Chakra building. For me, 24 hours direct devotion happens automatically. Because 24 hours they are singing, some parties keep on coming. And I have to hear. I have to hear. Forcefully, willingly or unwillingly. So I am engaged in the service 24 hours. That's a good thing actually. So he will be bereft of everyone. Nobody will be with him. Who will be residing with him? Because such a person will not give pleasure in this material world also. He cannot be cause for anyone's happiness. So, and also he said that Na kumaraha kumaryascha vairam kuryu achetasaha na tat pragno anukurvita na viduste balabalam. He said, if children are fighting and the learned person or elder person, they should not follow them. What an important statement he said. If two children, that means your neighbor children and your children are fighting, and then they are out of ignorance, they are fighting, and being elder person, you should not follow their parties and you should not encourage them to fight. He's saying that's why he's thinking as small girls they are fighting. Yat kumara kumaryascha vairam kuryuhu achetasa. Achetasa means because of their ignorance, not having the proper consciousness. Let's say young girls and young boys, if they fight, natat pragno anukurvita. That means intelligent man, a learned man, anukurvita. Na, that means should not so follow that or should not imitate that. Na viduste balabalam. And also you should not justify who is superior and who is inferior like that. No. Then Devayani is saying, Cha. That means he's trying to invoke, that means revenge mentality in his father, but he's not getting. Then Devayani said, okay, my dear father, you are treating me as a small girl, Balika. And my fighting with her is also out of ignorance, you are thinking. And you are asking me to stop my anger. But tell me that, but even I am a small girl, but I know what is right and wrong. And also I know the strength of the forgiveness and the weakness of the anger. Weakness due to anger are the defects of the anger, are the strength and so weak. So I know this. If we forgive, then how it is going to give benefits, and if we get anger, how we are going to lose. That I know. But you tell me right and wrong. Dharma, dharma. So she is giving an argument now. Powerful argument. They are actually shishyas, that means disciples, your disciple. And being disciples, and they are speaking like this. Being inferior people, they are speaking like this. They are insulting the Guru. That means Sarmistha doesn't have any kind of respect to you. You are a brahmana and you have to be respected by her. She is very sinful actually. And those who are not respecting the elder people, she said to you also, big monkey, beggar. Not only me, and she respected, she insulted you also. So she disrespected you. And Guru, that's why we are the Gurus, we are in the position of Guru, so we should not forgive them, such a disciples. And their character, their nature is not correct. That means they are actually disciples, but behaving like superiors. They are actually inferior, but they are behaving like superiors. This is a mixed nature actually. Being inferior, they should be always take the position of the inferior position. They are Kshatriyas, they should follow Brahmanas. They should advise that they should respect Brahmanas. That they are not doing. But Kshatriyas, being inferior to the Brahmana, they are dominating the Brahmana. This is adharma. These Danavas, they don't know what is dharma and adharma. And so we are respected Brahmanas and they are insulting us. And that means they are sinful people, their heart is sinful. So that's why any good person should not associate with them. 14 actually. She gave. Now the point, she shooted the real point. Because they are very bad people. Why we should associate them? They have the sankila, that means cross-breeded nature. That means being low inferiors, they are dominating the superiors. This is adharma. She's saying, Ye tvenam abhijananti vruttena vijanena va teshu sadhushu vastavyam savasah shrestha uchyate. Where we should stay, she's saying, very important. Where we should stay. One should live where the people are all good, their character is good, their vyavahara, day-to-day dealings are good, and they respect the people. And such a one should live in the association of such a saintly people. Not that those who are always insult, whose heart is sinful, whose nature is not clean, one should not live in their association. Because they don't know how to respect. She's not saying that Brahmana should not live with the Kshatriyas. No, she's saying that. So, one who is not know how to behave, one who doesn't know how to behave and what is right and wrong, and as per the dharma, they should know how to behave and also should give the respect to the others. And in their association only. So, if they doesn't know, then one should not live. So that's why Father even someone doesn't have money, but if he is able to control his mind, but he is the superior. But someone have a lot of wealth, but he is not sadachari, he is not good in his character, and he is sinful, then he is equal to a chandala. But she is saying, yeah, Brahmanas, they are all sadacharis. And they, of course, they might not be having the money, but they are full of control in they control their senses fully and mind. Shama, Damaha means controlling mind and controlling senses. And that's why they are most respected actually. And Vaishyas might be having a lot of money, but they are not able to control their mind and senses, then they are not superior. Among four caste, Brahmanas are superior, definitely, because of their ability to control the mind and senses. And also they are sadacharis. She's saying, since they are, but if Vaishya, he is also able to control, and he is also, that's why he is also treated as like Brahman. Then he is also respected like the Brahman. That's why this is known as Brahmanical culture. Brahmanical culture means, in that Brahmanical culture, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, all will be there. Not that Brahmanical culture means only Brahmanas, we will go make only Brahmanas. No. The properly trained Kshatriya and Vaishya also will reach the Brahmanical platform if they follow their duties and they offer that to the Lord. They will also become Brahmanas. Of course, they will follow their duties as Kshatriya and Vaishya, but they are in the Brahmanical form. That's why she is saying, if of course they might be having a lot of money, but their character is not good. They're not following their dharma and they are sinful, then they are equal to the Chandala. Unnecessarily they are fighting and also insulting. And in their association, a good person should not live because they are all sinful. So that's why, my dear father, I cannot come to this Vrishaparva's kingdom. And this Vrishaparva's daughter, Sarmistha, she doesn't know what is right and wrong. She hurted me and I cannot. So come to their kingdom. Then I cannot live in their association. So then after that, hearing this, and also she said one more thing, I have to add this also. Suhrit mitra janasteshu sauhridam na cha kurvate yah sapatna shriyam deeptam hina srihi paryupasate maranam sobanam tasya iti vidvajjana vidu. So that's why one thing we have to always select the good people association. And best is Vaishnavas association. This is true actually. Devayani, out of anger also she might be saying, but she is saying truth. Devayani, whatever she is saying, that is the truth. That's a satyam actually. But she is using that to retake her revenge anyway. That is another thing. But the discussion is perfect. Because in future you are going to see that revenge mentality. Out of revenge only, that means many times they give preaching. They do preaching. The motivation can be many ways, many things. Like even Hiranyakashipu also motivated his mother and also nephews and others, brother's wife. But what? Out of that, really, I mean, he also spoke the philosophy. Now, it's not necessary that they are speaking this philosophy and they are also actual followers of it. Many times we also speak so much philosophy sitting on the Vyasas. To get the name fame, one also speak the philosophy so much. And become a great preacher. They want to get that. So, and so she is also speaking this so much philosophy. So that his father has to follow and give the punishment. And same Sarmistha, he wants to make her as a dasi and she kept with her only for a whole life. She said that she is sinful and I don't want to associate. Why you are doing now? This is actually, you can see her out of revenge mentality, she is speaking. But whatever they spoke, that philosophy is true actually. So because we are the audience and we have to take, so we have to grasp that we should not be in the association of the bad people. That's not good at all. That means good people should not, and devotees, they should not live in the association of the non-devotees. Then their bhakti will be finished. All the bad qualities they will be getting and finished. They will be, their sadhana will be over. Janasangasya lolyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. Gone. And one more thing she is saying, she is very hard. She speaks very hardly. Hard words, not hardly, hard words. Katu bhashini. Katu means harsh words. Harsh words speaking person she is. And such a people, that means if someone speaks harsh words, nobody can be with them. Even their suhrit, mitra, janaha, Sahridam na kurid. Nobody can do friendship with them. If one is anger, and he will lose all the relations. And he always sit alone. He will become a psycho. Because of not getting the association of the good people, if you alone, that's not good. Shastra is saying one to be always in association of the saintly people. Sadhus. In the case of devotees, they should be in the devotees association. Sitting alone is not good. For the jnanis, it is recommended. But we don't want to become jnanis. We want to become devotees. For us, the life and soul is association. So, but if you are having the harsh nature, then you will lose all your friends and your well-wishers, everyone. They will never, even your relatives also, they don't do any friendship with you. Then you will become alone. Even a grahastha, that means even a social person also should know this actually, he should not speak harsh words. Then you will lose the support from everyone in the village. Even his family members also, close relatives also, they don't do help. Spiritually also we lose. In the spiritual community also is applicable. The one who became a beggar, that means lost his wealth, and he is seeing the enemies are with the full of wealth, then in that case, this person is equal to a dead person. Such a person can go and die. That means because of his nature of speaking harsh words, he will lose everything. He will make everyone his enemy. And then what is the value of his life? So, intelligent, that means a vidwan, intelligent person should not live in the association of such a person who speaks harsh words and who always insults. And because being in association of the sinful and wicked people, so gradually we also lose our purity. And their harsh words, so they keep on, that means giving the pain to the heart. And will be always in the lamentation. Then why I have to live in that kind of people's association? Because these harsh words are very, very pain giving. If there is so someone is attacked by some weapon, then that pain is relieved. And also that pain comes gradually. If you are immediately cut by some sword, pain will not be coming immediately. Gradually it will increase. But harsh words, they start giving the pain immediately. And also, the wound, whatever is made because of the weapon attack, that will be healed. But the harsh words, whatever the wound they make to the heart, that cannot be healed at all. They'll keep on pinching actually. So that's better to be away from them. Better be away from them and peacefully you live. That is our decision. So after hearing all this, Sukracharya so got this so much anger on Parva. That means her daughter doesn't want to come back to the Rishiparva's kingdom. Then he went to the Rishiparva. He went to Rishiparva and he started speaking to him. So, Rajan, if we do any bad, the result will not come immediately. You did bad thing, and the result of the bad things will come gradually. Now it is started coming. So you did such a sinful activity. You remember this? This Angira's grandson, Kacha, is a nice Brahmana boy. And he always engaged in his Vedic studies. He is well-wisher of everyone. He is very tolerant and he controls his senses. And such a nice boy, you asked your soldiers to kill again and again. You did Brahmahatya. And the result of that Brahmahatya is started coming now. O Rajan Urshaparvan, so he was not fit. He should not be killed. He didn't do any offense, but you killed him. And that became habit of you people. And you encouraged that. And now your daughter also started disrespecting the Brahmanas. The same nature. Yatha Raja Tatha Praja. The way how mother and father behaves, the same way children also will follow that. So when Kacha was being attacked by his father, so she is watching and she didn't learn any good qualities from his father. That means respecting Brahmanas. That was not taught to her. And the same thing she also learned. That's why here Sukracharya is saying. So your daughter also started disrespecting. And she killed my daughter. Because in the case of Brahmanas, the insulting words itself is like killing of them. And she is treating now Brahmanas as beggars. Brahmanas as beggars. So ultimately, you are only the cause for this. And even after saying so many times to change your nature, you are all not changing. You are all Danavas. You are not hearing my words. And you are neglecting my words. And you are thinking my words are not good. And you are doing bad and also you are not correcting others, being a king. Then Rishparva said, and also he said that Sukracharya further. So since you are all like this, I don't want to stay with all of you. So beti ka baat kaam karne laga. Daughter's words are working on him also. So because you are all sinful people, I don't want to stay with all of you. So I am leaving. Like that he said. Kshatriyas always is political always. They see the political benefit. So then Rishabharva is saying for this. So if I engage my Sarmistha to beat or to insult your daughter, then I should be punished in the hell. He's saying that I am not at all responsible. I don't know why my daughter behaved like that. And I never think that you are speaking any lie or any wrong words. I respect your words. Vishparva is saying. And you are always, I treat you as a sadachari, dharmik, and you always stand on the truth. And we always beg your mercy. And you should be, so we always try to please you. You should be merciful on us. If you leave us, only after immediately we also go and jump in ocean and we live our life. And if you leave us and if you take the side of the devatas and we leave everything and we jump in the fire. So politically, immediately thinking that if you leave our side means you will go to the devatas. Then Sanjeevani mantra is no with us. And that's why he's saying that. Out of his Kshatriya mentality, he's saying, he's behaving like that. And we'll jump in a fire. And what do you say? All others. Yes. All others. We all jump in the fire. Everyone is supporting his members, royal court members. Then Sukracharya said, Asur, that means who is not Sura. You all go and jump in the ocean or you may jump in the fire. Or go here and there. I don't care for this. For me, my daughter is most important. I love my daughter. And I don't know what you all will do. If she is pleased, then I will be pleased. They have the material affection. Here, dharma is not superior actually. If you say, of course, they are speaking dharma to fulfill their agenda of they are dominating them. Dominating her or not take the revenge. To take the revenge, yeah. Devotees also, they speak the bhakti philosophy to cover their sense gratification. And they say, oh, it's a service, that's right. It's a covering of sense gratification. This is a pretenders actually, cheating. Duplicity. This is a duplicity actually. So no, it should not be. Actually, Devayani also speaking the right philosophy, sadachara, and everything, etiquettes. And finally, what he's saying, you see. Did he stand on that? You are bad people, I don't want to stay with you. He's standing, no. I don't know if you are go and please her, then I am okay. Then he'll forget everything. This is not that. So he said that to please them, to please her. Then Rishiparva was saying, so that if you are going to please my Devayani, then I will be protecting you like how Rospati is protecting Indra, similarly I will protect all of you. That is my condition for all of you. And now Rishiparva said, what is this? How can you be the beggar? Main point is this only, na? Main point. How you can be the beggar? How my daughter can say you are beggar? Actually, you are owner of everything. Whatever I have, that is yours. Not only me, whatever these nowadays, these asuras are having anything means because of you only. That everything is belongs to you. All the elephants, all the horses, and all the cattle, whatever the wealth, treasury, gold, everything. You are the Swami. Bhuvi hasti gavashvam cha tasya tvam mama cha ishvara. And not only you are the owner of that, you are owner of mine also. Then Sukracharya is pleased. Wow. Means whatever the wealth these Daityas are having, that belongs to me. So then, after hearing this, Sukracharya, so he's so pleased, and he said, yeah, he repeated us. That means all the wealth is mine. Yes, Rishvara said, yes, it's yours, Tatastu. Everything is yours. Then he came after that with this. Still, she is in the near to tree only in the forest. He didn't come inside. And he came. And he said, see. So Rishabharva himself he accepted all his wealth is belongs to mine, and I am the master of his wealth and also Swami of to him also. You are happy now? Then she said that I don't believe your words. That means, of course, I believe, but he comes and say to me, then I will believe. I want this. Rishabharva himself should come and tell to me. That is Devayani. She has a lot of pride actually. It's the extremity of the pride. And go and bring him. Then Rishvarva came and with a smiling face and with full of happy and joy. And he said, so Devayani, what do you want? Your father is owner of everything, and what do you want? You take whatever you want from me. Immediately I will give whatever you ask, I will give. Then she said, okay, like that. Okay, I want your daughter along with 1,000 girls, she should become my servant. Dasi, I want this. And wherever I go, she should come with me. Even if I get married, she should come to me and become lifelong. She should do servitorship. My God. She is a friend actually, but then it's like it's a shock for the Vrishaparva. That means, yes, whole life Sarmistha has to be servant of Devayani. So, pair the bana hai, baith ke. Then Rishabh, acha, it's 8:34. Sorry. Tomorrow we'll see. Next, very important sloka comes. So the reaction of the what? Rishabharva, so her lovely daughter actually, very dear daughter. So he means whether he will make her as a servant or not of this Devayani. If he fails to please the Devayani, then Sukracharya will leave this kingdom and then all Daityas will be in the trouble. Then Devatas easily can win. That's where Rishabharva has to take a proper decision. Tomorrow we'll see. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanarpanam. Prabhuji, today you said means it said in Mahabharata, Devayani is saying that devotees, or not devotees, but good people should not live in the association of bad people. And so this is a fact. So devotees also should not live in the association of non-devotees. So this is a principle of dharma.
There is a principle of dharma in the case of good and bad. It is a principle of bhakti for the case of devotees.
Okay.
Prabhu is saying, no?
Let's say for dharma, let's say for dharma, good people should not live in the association of bad people. Then, and in another place, it is said, Stri dharma is to just follow what the husband is saying she has to follow. That is her dharma. Looks like two dharmas are clashing here.
And she has to follow patni dharma. That's more powerful.
So like that. So you have like one dharma is superior to another, and you have to choose.
Yeah. Yes, it will be there.
Okay.
Mandodari, she cannot leave her Lanka. Kayadu also cannot leave. She has to follow her patni dharma. Is more secure. Okay, next to Prem Kalpataru. Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, this is the question regarding yesterday's class. So you have mentioned that about the clothes, that we should not wear other people's clothes. So I'm just wondering, because it's impossible. Look, nowadays we have so many clothes, So when it is old, or when it is like children grow up and then we need to recycle. So in that case, how do we recycle the clothes that we have? If we keep accumulate, it will be too much. Like, is there any scripture mentioning that the way of disposing or something like that?
Wow, very good question, Mataji. The most polluting industry in this whole earth planet is cloth industry. It's a big science actually. Nowadays, the way the cloths are made, they are using instead of they are using the pure cotton, they are using the synthetic materials. Because of the synthetic materials, what is happening, So while the production also it is very much, that means they use a lot of water to clean. And the synthetic threads actually, polyester and also various nylon, these are all what? Synthetic materials. They are not from the cotton actually. And in our clothes also is mixed, heavily they are mixed. And that's why by production of these synthetic threads, a lot of water is used and that is polluted, and that polluted water is completely destroying the earth actually. Gallons and gallons of water is used. Millions and trillions of gallons of water is used actually. And at the time of disposing also, they are pollution. They are heavily creating the pollution to the whole nature actually. All these clothes, they are not at all decomposable because of the polyester nylon is mixed in the threads. So many other synthetic materials. So it's true. I don't know how much we are able to follow, but one should wear khadi. That means handmade clothes. For this also in our Daiva Varnashrama, some devotees, they are propagating this and they are producing the khadi sarees and also clothes, dhotis, kurtas. This has to be encouraged actually. And khadi industry is the one of the biggest industry because everyone needs clothes and it gives a lot of employment. These Britishers, what they did, they destroyed the backbone of the India. That is the khadi industry is the backbone for the India because they used to beautiful clothes they used to wear. And Indian cotton is also that cotton is coming from the threads, that's from cotton, seeds, cotton trees, plants. So that is decomposable very easily. But now the polyester clothes, even if you keep for the 100 years, it will be like that. There's a huge pollution because of the clothes. And it's really very serious issue, this is actually. One is a food problem because we are eating all the chemical food. And we are forced now and we are stuck actually. And that's why this Daiva Varnashrama Dharma and implementing self-sustainable life. Understanding this, at least people should understand the problems. And when situation comes, they try to change. They try to plan to change. You are seeing because these clothes, with respect of that means we should not reuse. Yeah, because if you that's a dharmic way. If you see your spiritual potency will be going out. And also, if you see Adi Bhautika reasons, so many diseases also will come. Because clothes are always on your body, whatever is there in your body, that is so going to the clothes also. Not only the spiritual aura and also in the sea, potencies also will be charged into that. So that should not be given to anyone else. If you take the sinful person's clothes, if you wear that, then you will be getting the lot of daridrata. So you should not wear them. So then how to recycle? So I am also, yeah, it's a problem of the research. What answer I can give? I can explain the problem more clearly. Then you do whatever you want as per your capacity. But this is the consciousness we should change actually. We should have our own khadi production. And we are doing some devotees they are doing. I'm sure my friend also promoting and doing. And nowadays also they are very poor in the country. They are not getting because no encouragement. Everyone is paper mill clothes we are using. So because of that, many people lost already. So many thousands and thousands of families they lost their livelihood because of these big industries. They replaced the small employees. That means whole India is full of farmers and weavers, and they became now. That means now also farmers also they are helpless. Dharma is that's why adharma is increasing, and that's why it's making everyone to fall down from their dharma. Because there is no proper ksatriya is there to protect the livelihood because of this big industry. These small employees. That means whole India is okay. So for the all these problems, only one solution: devotees they should come together and live together. When it will happen, we need a powerful kshatriya who can organize under the direction. A brahmana he can give the directions. So kshatriya should come and take up, organize this land, organize the community. I can answer only this much.
Prabhu, I have one more question. It's also regarding yesterday's class. So, so you were mentioning that Kacha will get the from Indra. He got the boon that Kacha will get the share of the sacrifice.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, like, what does it mean? Like, how does the demigods get nurtured? That is also my one of the question, because we humans are conditioned, like we have to eat, we have to sleep, and we have to drink. Otherwise, our body will break. But the demigods is more like their body is more elevated. So how do they get nurtured? And then when you say that he will get the share, that means what is that he will get from that time itself? And what was that he was not having before? Something like that.
Yeah. Demigods also they need food. Pitradevatas also they need food. So in the sacrifice, 5 sacrifice, whenever we offer the ghee, so Indraya Swaha, Chandraya Swaha, Suryaya Swaha, like that. So this is first is given in the fire. Fire is the mouth of the demigods. This oblation is going and nourishing the demigods. Parasparam bhavayanti. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says, E bhavayanti. So human beings they do sacrifice and satisfy the demigods. And demigods being satisfied by the human beings, they will give the rains. Because of these rains, these people they get the food. And they are saying they whatever the food they get because of the rains, they should offer to the demigods and they should accept. If they don't offer to the demigods and if they eat by themselves, then stena eva saha. is their sinful group. That means at least they should offer to the demigods. But best is what offered to the Krishna. Because Krishna is father of these demigods, are the source of these demigods. So demigods also has been nurtured by, maintained by the oblations offered by human beings. That's why they encourage human beings to do sacrifice.
But we don't chant, sorry Prabhu, we don't chant every demigod's name, no? So even though it will go to all the demigods?
In Yajna, all the demigods, major demigods, and then the mantras are there. So Yajnas also is for the demigods and it's for the Indra. Get means Indra, if you pay tax to the king, then people are given or not. You are giving to everyone. No, no. If you give to the king of that, he will be distributed. And also there are the different yajnas to satisfy different demigods to get the different result. That is also there. And there will be, different types of yajnas. Karma Kanda is whole description is being, and the Karma Kanda is describing all these kinds of yajnas. For the Varsha, so for getting the rains, if you pay oblations to Indra, you should satisfy Indra. And Indra, what are oblations you give, he will be taking only by himself. He has to share to others also, because to get the rains, we need the clouds. The in charge of clouds also are engaged in that giving rains. And also the Varnadev, and everyone you should share. If you give tax to the king, then you'll be sharing to everyone or not. So whoever is employed in his kingdom, like that. Okay.
Haribol.
And Kacha is also getting what, Kacha is going to get the share like other demigods. Because he is just a Brahaspati's son, a Brahmana's son. But now he got the position of the demigod and he started getting the share in the sacrifice. Is it clear? Mr. Sudhanshu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Right, Mataji. Sudhanshu is there already.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanutnam, Prabhu. Prabhu, did I hear correctly that these brahmanas have anger on their nose? Matlab they get easily angry?
Anger on nose and?
So it means they get angry very easily.
Very because fast. Of their austere life, that's a material nature. So, but good brahmanas, they don't. But since doing the austerities, they develop this kind of things. Anger. Austerity will bring the power and also along with that anger also will develop.
Then Prabhu, in Bhagavad Gita, Sama is told Sama Dhamma Tapasvacha. Then Sama is how?
Good brahmana will not get, but Brahmanical platform means so Brahmani Charat, that means he should be in the self-realization. He is known as Brahman, who control his senses and his mind. But Brahmanas, they do austerities, and because of that, they get the anger also, like Ishamitra, Durvasa, many examples are.
Yes,
also,
bro.
you have seen the Pausha story, also, you have seen that Uttanka.
Yes, bro.
So that is tendencies, possible tendencies, these are all, but these are not authorized. Kshatriyas, because of this so much power, they have the pride. Vaishyas, they have greed. Sudras, they have the rebellistic nature.
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you, bro.
Gandhari Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mother Gandhari.
Hare Krishna.
How are you?
Tired.
Very surprising. You are in our class.
Every day your long classes are very long.
Long means long. Because without long classes, this Kali Yuga will not be saved.
Trying to get used to it too long. Listen, You said about the clothes. I have a reference from Krishna book. Of course, that is Krishna and the queens. After they play the water sports, right? Then it says that they give the clothes and the jewelry to their servants. So the higher caste people can give to lower.
But they will be giving their potency also. If they have some spiritual potency.
That's what I mean. Like if a Brahman gives and then lower person, they can wear them because they get the mercy in that way.
That's why I said Guru can give to this, but we cannot trust nowadays. We should not give. We should not take also.
Not taking.
Yes, no. That's why I said only Guru, if he gives permission to you to wear, then you can do. And also, if the simple people, if you give, then you lose your potential. Okay. So thank you very much.
Sorry, what?
If we give to the most fallen people, then that's not good, na, actually. So what it happens, and also we don't know if he is the most foreign person from him also to take the clothes. And so I want to say in this way, sorry. If you take from the most, even he is a higher caste, so-called rich person, but he is a very sinful person. And he is giving freely clothes, and if you are wearing his clothes, then what is going to happen to you? That's the problem. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna, Vancha, Kalpasya, Kripa, Sindhu, Ananta Koti Vaishnava.